Hi YouTube, this is Kristen Moonrise. Welcome back to my channel. I am a data scientist, an astrologer, a life coach, all of the above, and I provide astrological consulting to both individuals and businesses. If you'd like to know more information, you can check out my link to my website in the description box. So this video is about the upcoming super new moon in Aquarius happening on Friday, February 9th. But before we get into it, I wanted to just briefly mention I had a previous video towards the end of last year called 2023 Wrap Up, 2024 Startup. Basically, it's a new year video, a new energy video. And so I talked about how 2024 was bringing a potentially expansive year due to prior inner work. So basically, it was going to amplify anything that you had previously put into yourself. Whatever you were investing into yourself, 2024 was going to amplify it. If you've been doing your inner work and self-improvement, 2024 had major energy that was going to bring all of that into fruition. So I can definitely say it worked for me, because right off the bat, first month of 2024, January 2024, I got engaged. So it happened very, very quickly, just the way I wanted it to be manifested. And so I'm really excited about that. Like I said, this 2024 has got the potential to be really big if you've been doing your inner work and really putting a lot of effort into yourself, which is what I talk about on all of these moon videos. So I'll get more into that as in another video, perhaps for or around Valentine's Day, as the whole point of why I started a YouTube channel at all was about love, relationships, inner work, knowing thyself, identity, all of that. And so I believe that getting to this point definitely was a lot of inner work that I needed to do, and so I'll talk about that on a separate video. So let's just get into Aquarius energy. So Aquarius is masculine air and fixed is a fixed energy sign, and so Aquarius is progressive, independent, inventive, and humanitarian. And the shadow side of Aquarius is that it can be unpredictable, contrary, aloof, or even tactless. And so the dominant key word for Aquarius is I know. This is very, you can see this a lot in the infotech space. The I know, just the intellectual expansion that we see going on. And so Aquarius is the idealistic, futuristic, yet contrarian of all of the signs. And so here I've got the physiological chart again. I show this on every new moon. So this is basically a chart that shows that every sign rules a part of the body. And so we are at the end, towards the end, nearing the end of the astrological new year, with Aquarius being the penultimate sign. And so Aquarius rules the calves, ankles, shins, and the circulatory system. So with the super new moon, it's about new starts. It's heightened emotions because this is a super moon. And so super moons are when the moon is closer to the earth in its orbit. It's not a perfect circular orbit. It's a bit oval or oblong, or closer on one side than the other. So the super moons are when moons are closer to the earth versus rotating and farther away from the earth on its orbit. But we can't see new moons with the naked eye. That's what makes them new moon. They are at 0% visibility. So with Aquarius being a fixed energy sign, this fixed moon is about holding on to our visions. That's the energy here. And the theme also is to bring love into the situation. So I've got here the natal chart showing Friday, February 9th, 4:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, Houston, Texas, which is where I'm from. The chart will look different depending on where you are located on the globe. So the moon and sun are conjunct here at 20 degrees and 40 minutes of Aquarius. Right off the bat, we see a bundle pattern of the distribution of planets on the chart. They are clustered together within a few signs or houses. And so that really means that there's a lot of focused attention and energy going on here. And so I also have here a bar chart showing how many planets are in each of the elements. This gives us very fiery yet grounded earth energy as we move forward. So we are kind of already feeling these Aquarius energies since we are entering into the age of Aquarius. We see this rippling all over the globe. So what we should really do is lovingly break your dependency on an identity from old systems. So I'll just take, for example, religion. A lot of people are kind of, transforming their spirituality, and religion plays a big part of that. So, for example, with religion, we can thank it. If you're someone who's moving from religion to more of a spiritual angle, or just transforming, or whatever the old is that you feel like you are transitioning out of and into something new, we thank whatever that old system was for being what we needed it to be at that time. It held space for us. It was the launch pad, and we thank it for being what we needed. And we thank it for providing us lessons and growth while it was there, while we needed it at the time. It's not so much a time to really bash it or wish that things were different. It taught us lessons. It taught us growth in some way. So we lovingly thank it and let it go and hope that it can serve someone else in the future. So we should also definitely pay attention to the things that are pulling us away from our God-given gifts and talents. So we're in the age of brotherhood, so this definitely means pay attention to the things that may be sowing negative seeds, preventing brotherhood or sisterhood. This is also a time for us to really be our own leaders. Not saying that we can't have guides or that we can't go and seek information out from someone that's more knowledgeable, but we don't necessarily need a leader all of the time. So, in my opinion, Aquarius is very similar to Sagittarius energy. They're both kind of headstrong and intellectual, kind of heady energy. So, I definitely check out the new moon in Sagittarius video that I did back in December. I'll link it here. And so we're seeing that leaders are kind of falling from grace due to scandal or lack of qualifications. And so we don't need an external leader to get us motivated. We can find that from within. So definitely find your tribe, find like-minded individuals. No need to sacrifice your identity or even your mental health to join a group or to prove a point. Those days of suffering are over, and we only continue them by choosing to suffer in the future. So the only things that you need to sacrifice, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, is your habits, behaviors, attitudes, and limiting beliefs that hold you back. That's the only thing that you should really sacrifice. So do your research, because there's a lot of trickery out there. There's a lot of things, a lot of perception issues going on out there. And so this is, and so to let go of something doesn't mean that there needs to be a battle or a long grieving period. We can just simply make the decision to let something go. So also I wrote down here, to stop trying to manifest new things with old energy, and to make sure that the partner, friends, family, or anyone that you're around are people that you can manifest with and aren't sabotaging your efforts, whether that be subconsciously or not. They may not even realize it, but you have to make sure that the people that you're surrounded by are not clashing with you energetically, and that may be part of why you're not getting the manifestations that you'd like. So list out your craziest, most futuristic desires and start implementing them as soon as you can, because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll get there. And again, with fixed moons, this is about holding your vision. So you've got to be the one that holds the vision in place so you can implement it and see it through. So here I have a scatter plot of the planets in the zodiac. This is basically just the natal chart, but just put on a plot, just showing you what planets are in what signs. So you'll receive your own plot and visuals when you book a consultation with me. This is just the one here for this particular new moon. And so if you like to book a session with me, there's a link to my website in the description box. So basically, relations with other people. How can you allow others to express themselves as they go through their journeys? This can be your family. This can be work, co-workers. This can be friends. This can be anyone that you're around. How can you allow others to truly express themselves as they go through their journeys? We're all going through something. We're all experiencing it differently, and we're all seeing things differently. So how can we be a listening ear to others? And so this is something to definitely reflect on as we are all transforming in some way. And maybe we can learn something from each other. So one thing I also kind of wanted to mention, I kind of wanted to just go there briefly. I hear a lot about how our country is divided, and I live in the U.S. So is our country really divided, or is it having to accept that it and the globe overall is simply a diverse place? So is it division, or is it simply diversity? And so as more and more people step into their individuality and they take off those layers of conditioning, we are stepping in to our diversity and we are blooming. And sometimes that can kind of come in a self-destructive way because we're learning, we're growing for the first time. And in ways sometimes we don't know where we're growing. We're just kind of just out there. So that creates diversity. But at the same time, we're hearing a lot of, you need to assimilate. We need to do this. This is what we are, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of needing to hunker down as people are becoming themselves and stepping into their diversity, into their individuality. So definitely watch out for, you know, just making sure that you're not lowering yourself back into the safe zone of assimilation because that's what you know, because that's safe. But if you really are ready to step into your individuality and really shine, then just know that that pushback is also going to come with others that are comfortable with how things were before. So this is the rise of the light worker. I am a light worker also, certified light worker, if that is even a thing, but I took the credentials to be able to become a light worker. But basically, you don't even have to go that far, but just simply be a good example to others by your energy and embodiment. It's less about words and more about just your energy and embodiment. So this is a great time for, with Aquarius, embody the art and the science out of love for others and nature. So essentially, think of how you want to experience life and choose to live it in that way. Take the necessary steps and live it out. Do incremental small steps so that after a month, you've made major changes if you did a tiny bit of change each day. So here I've got a tarot card and an oracle card. So I've got the death card here for tarot. In life, death of some kind happens for us all. So don't try to fight the feeling that you have to when it's time to up level your consciousness. We're all in a consciousness shift here. So don't try to fight it if it's really asking you to open up and expand. This is about letting go of the old so you can transform. And even grabbing from last video, the Leo full moon, this can be an ego death. So the sun is peeking through, as you see on the side of the card. There is light and rebirth at the end of the tunnel. So allow your spiritual transformation to happen and get rid of everything that is standing in your way. And so as far as the oracle card, I pulled the instinct card. We've been trained out of using our intuition and rely on the external to form the answers for us. So as we let what no longer serves us die out, it's really important to just tap into your consciousness and go by instinct. So practice listening to yourself and trusting your inner guidance. So again, let your investments pay off in your favor. Embody that I know information energy. Just up level yourself to this next level of consciousness. It is, if it's calling you in, then definitely follow it. Follow your intuition, follow your inner guidance, go what feels good to you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video of the super new moon in Aquarius happening on Friday, February 9th. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book with me, you can book with me on my website, linked in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.